Hey yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back everybody on this episode of World of Tanks. It is Ma in my M18 Tier 6 American TD, the one with the turret. I am platoon here with Natso. We're on El Haluf, spawned into the southwest, and I'm coming up here to the standard brawling area up in the northwest. What we're going to talk about on this replay is being the fire brigade mentality, the go where you're needed mentality. This is not by any means going to be a massive damage game. I'm not going to carry the day completely in my Hellcat, saving everybody in sight, but I am going to go where I'm needed in a couple instances, and it is going to be important to winning. So we're going to get up here, and I'm going to get the first shot because I'm ready to do it. I told Natso not to do that. I knew he was going to eat that shot. And now I've got quite a few guys piling in here, and my team's going to be aggressive, so we're going to try to support them. 25-2 in the A44, the M6 is going straight in. This is a little early of a push and usually results in the team getting pretty hammered on this map unless the enemy team really didn't bring much of anything. And initially as we're looking at it, I'm thinking, alright, we are really going to roll these guys up, but all of a sudden dudes show up and now we're in a pretty good fight. And meanwhile, if you look back at the cap, we've got some of their smaller tanks, 2 Type 58s, an AMD, and some others will show up back there that are giving us trouble in the backfield. Initially I looked at that and said, well, the AT-15A and the KV-2 are back there, so for now, we're fine. It's not great. We're fine, so I'll just have to watch it. So I come in here, and I start to help these guys try to take down on this push the IS-2. The M6 got hammered. You can see that their KV-2 and IS are holding that corner. Got an IS and Tiger back there, dueling with those two. But the enemy does have 2 artillery, so unfortunately the Tiger and the IS-2 get a little hammered by that. 3485 is ahead of me here, but there's a TD clearly hanging out up there somewhere. I'm just going to put a courtesy shot in there. Unfortunately, it does not hit him as it hits the ground. Natso goes down, and things are not looking great here. We're down 6-1, and look at now the crowd that's showing up. The KV-2, for whatever reason, has decided to leave the cap and trundle up this way, and has left the AT-15A. I look at this situation and go, I've got to go back. I've got to go back and help this AT-15A, because if they beat him, they either get on the cap and cap us out, or they surround us while we're futzing around with these heavies up here. So I have to leave my team to their own devices while I come back here and try to figure out how we can deal with this wheeled tank who's trying to come in and get behind the AT-15A, and his buddies, the Type 58s and JPZ-4, and whoever it is that may show up back there. Now 3045 pushes in. I clean them up, and I don't see the 58, so I'm not too worried about it. I see the 3485 going in, and I decide, let's go back this way. We'll help this KV-2 take out this IS-2, because lo and behold, we've actually won here. We've got pretty good hit point IS and Tiger. Looking at the KV or the IS-2, the KV-2 is pushing him. I think, all right, let's sandwich this IS-2. He's running away from the KV-2. If he actually gets up and around here, we'll take him down, but he ends up dying to the KV-2. KV-2 takes a hit, trades his damage for the kill, and I see the 3045 is now in there, taking on the JPZ-4. And let's react back this way, because I notice the 3045 is dying. We've won now in the northwest, and the fight is down here near the cap, and they have multiple tanks, so we need to take them down before they swarm the AT-15A. Because you get a couple Type 58s, you get a Panzer IV, and they get around on the AT-15A, they got trouble, and we're able to actually machine gun these down a little bit. We'll push in. Now there's an E25, and the good news is they sort of came at him one at a time. Timing wasn't great, and between the 3485 reacting and going back, kind of doing the same thing I am, fire brigade wise, and myself, and the AT-15A playing a decent game, at least as far as a camper goes, we're able to handle these guys kind of one at a time. So I bounced the first one, and we take them down. There's the other Type 58. Thank goodness they didn't all show up. So I'll dodge in here. I'm hoping the artillery doesn't find a way to hit me. AT-15A is pushing in. He shoots at the AT-15A, so that gives me an opportunity to come in here and put a shot on him, and I bounce. Holy cow. AT-15A is stunned. Another shot goes long. That's helpful. Another artillery shot. And now we'll come up in here and we'll try to tag team the Type 58. There's still 2 TDs. One of them is fighting our IS. The other one is unknown where the Nashorn is. And there's 2 artillery. So I really don't want to give the artillery an opportunity to nuke my Hellcat. I'm a one-shot really to the Tier 7, and possibly a one-shot to the M44. But the Type 58 bails off. He's not looking at me. That allows me to come in here, put a shot on him. Initially I was going to back up. That's that natural, I always back up after shoot thing everyone does. And I'll just come blazing down here, use a little bit of the speed. The Nashorn looks like he's looking at me, but I'm able to hide. I'll just take a chance that he doesn't have a shot. He was moving, so I'll just go ahead and do this. And oh, I miss him. That's unfortunate. And he's still messing around up there. Looks like we got the 55-50 out. That's very helpful. There's a shot on him for 216. A little bit of a low roll. Try to get one more in on him. He's fighting multiple people at once. There he goes. Now he's got to bail off the hill. He's trying to get away from the IS. He drives right into the KV-2, and we've got him dead. So was this... I'm just going to fast forward a little bit because we got an artillery that I'm going to kill. This was not the most amazing game, right? 1,788, 4 kills. Definitely did my part with the damage, although I wouldn't call it an amazing game at all. But a couple critical decisions by a couple players, the 3485 and myself, going back when the cap was basically about to be lost and shoring up that flank so that all those tanks didn't take down our 15A and then show up on our rear ends and start taking us down, which is the danger of a wolf-packing group of fast tanks. Shoot him, I'll go right by his arc. That was very lucky he didn't actually get it on me. And we'll take him down for 5 kills and 2,068 damage. But these are the games where the difference in decision making is what differentiates that 50% guy from that 60% guy. The 60% guy will more often make the right decision in these close kinds of games. Right? You've got the steamrolls. It's going to be, we always say it's going to be a steamroll anyway, no matter what you do. I tend to disagree with that, but certainly in many games that are steamrolls, you have a lot less opportunity to bring it back. In games like this, both teams probably had some pretty dang good opportunity to win this, and critical decisions were made by probably a handful of players on either team that ended up swinging it in one way or the other. So these are the kinds of games and decision-making times. The fire brigade mentality, go where the fire is. That's going to be that difference in swinging your win rate 10%, right? Because we all live between about 47 and 55 or so, most of us, and then you've got the outliers above 55 and the outliers below 47. Where you fall in that has a lot to do with your decision making on games like this one. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Appreciate your support of the channel as always, and we will see you.